You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for John Benjamin Has a Van. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest John Benjamin Has a Van news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, it's AfterBuzz TV for John Benjamin Has a Van.
Yeah, thanks, disembodied voice.
Woot woot.
John Benjamin has a van, and we have a podcast about it.
Yes!
It makes Greg so happy when I say
It's
that.
so awesome. It makes me, listen, it's the new thank you, disembodied voice. That's what John Benjamin Has a Van, we have a podcast about it, means to me.
Oh, that's so nice to hear. And for those of you watching, yep, that's Wilfred.
Because we also tape Wilfred.
That is a thing we do.
So you should check that out. But you know what
Please.
else you should check out is...
Yes, Maria Menounos is that the possessive of Maria Menounos? I'm not sure. Anyway, she has a book. She has written a book. She is our lovely patroness. Is that the right word? And she has a book titled The Every Girl's Guide to Life. And if you are every girl,
or someone who has a life and feels they require a guide, which Lord knows I do.
Oh boy, you should check them stuffs out.
I mean, I'm no girl, but there are a lot of signs on the cover. Interview Obamas, something I would like to do.
Yes.
Travel easier, sure. Work out. Live well, be happy. I mean, those are you don't need lady parts to enjoy that.
No,
So,
you do not.
Check it out. Seriously, it is. It's a cool read.
Also, if your life's pretty ballin', like mine and Greg's, and you just want to pick up chicks,
Yeah,
you know, I'm sure that book could probably help you.
can't hurt you.
I mean, you know, we're already so good at picking up chicks that we don't really need the
Clearly.
help. But we have read the book from cover to cover and found it endlessly enthralling and important.
And useful.
Yes.
Yeah. You know all those shows where it's like, hey, man, I'm the pickup artist. Here's what you need to do. You don't need to do that.
F that guy.
Just
Read
read the Every
Maria's
Girl's
book.
Guide to Life. And that's how it works.
Absolutely.
So, say it one more time for me.
John Benjamin has a van, and we have a podcast about it.
Yes! Yes! It makes me so happy.
Oh, my goodness.
Did we introduce ourselves this week?
I'm John.
I'm Greg. Jack is absent. He normally shows up, but this week he couldn't.
He's filming something, which is usually my thing. Mm-hmm. What a jerk.
Yeah.
He's not here, and he's
He just-
stealing my reason for not being somewhere.
creeping on your life.
Yeah, what an a-hole. So anyway, there was an episode of John Benjamin Has a Van that aired a few, like 20. What's happening? Oh, Jesse is adjusting the cameras, and it scared the poop out of me.
Hold on. Were they not able to see? There we go.
That's
Kinda
a
like-
book. If you see it, you're buying it.
Yes. Check it out.
Do it.
Yeah, I wasn't as big of a fan of the intro to this episode as I have been in recent weeks. Not nearly as funny as, what was it, Gary the Surly Squirrel?
Yes.
Because what was the one that they went with that they didn't end up showing? It was the Nightmare
Are you
Consultant?
afraid of everything?
Yeah. Nightmare
Yeah.
Story or something.
Yeah, it wasn't their best intro, but
But man, it gets good real quick.
yeah, just the idea of the town of Mason being the suicide capital and trying to capitalize on that.
And also to show how desolate they are, they show a rooster in an abandoned parking lot, which I'm not sure is a thing. Are there roosters just like hanging around in other parts of the country, city, town?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't really explore Mason that much in this episode, to be honest.
Well, I'm not saying Mason. I mean, in real life, is that a sign of poverty?
Yes.
Really? Roosters?
I guess.
Fine.
I mean, without hens, sure.
All right.
You know?
So it's the poor rooster walking around because he has no hens to. All right.
So one of the things we just saw it on the screen here is when they go to the parking at the steakhouse, and it's just a bunch of enclosed garages, and you can see the exhaust pouring in. The loneliest honk I have ever heard plays quietly in the background of that shot.
I actually
the honk of someone who has died and fallen face first into their steering wheel, obviously. But
as soon as that honk started, I wrote down, and I have it written down here, is I hope it goes on for a really long time. And it did. Which made me so happy.
I wrote, what a lonely honk. Also, lol at the watermelon drop.
Oh my god, yeah.
Also, serious lulls at how obviously that bridge is over the Los Angeles River.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't pick up on that.
It's just like the 6th Street Bridge or whatever it is, you know.
Oh, really?
Like over in
But Jack made this whole point about how it's all filmed in New York and everything.
No, most of it's shot in LA.
Okay. Well,
It's like
good.
Clearly like
prove him wrong.
yeah. Screw you, Jack.
Yeah, who is not here to defend himself.
Before
we get too far into this, though, I do want to say one more thing about the little welcome video that they have to the town. Just the little touch of having 300-foot drop! ! See?
I didn't even notice that.
You didn't?
That's awesome. Also, that their town's motto is no regrets. Come to Mason. You won't regret it.
It's just the way he said it is, you won't regret it.
Also, the mayor's explanation for this is, if someone's going to commit suicide, he's thinking short term. He's going to blow a lot of money.
Which kind of makes sense, but I'm surprised that they don't capitalize on, like, what are, like, the things you have to do before you die? Like, it'd be all these, like, terrible sin and vice, like, whatever.
Right, like hookers and blow and...
Well, I mean, theoretically, yeah, or at least, like, skydiving school. You do some stuff that's, like, really dangerous, right? Because what's the point?
No.
But it's, like, really dangerous. But if you're, like, gonna die anyways, then, hey, what do you have to lose? Go skydiving,
That's a good point.
So, like, I'm just saying I should have been on this committee before they did the video.
Yeah. No, yeah. I feel the same way. He's the one in the flannel. Is also great. I still don't know which one. The guy, not the girl.
3 girls who, by the way, so glad the payoff is that they all jumped at the exact same time. Getting a little too far ahead of ourselves.
I just love that the police officer turns over the body and says, "This was a suicide. It's the first time I've ever seen a suicide stab himself in the back."
Foreshadowing.
Which is such a a dumb cop character.
Yeah,
line
stereotypical cop, right? I mean, that's what the whole episode was. It's that little shock moment over and over again.
Oh, man.
Oh, I wrote down 25. No, maybe 10.
Yeah.
Why? Oh, for how many times he's
tried to kill himself.
Such a big discrepancy.
Yeah. I also, I think my favorite thing in that whole first, part is JBHV on the knife. Like, the cop reads that and he's like, and the two, John and David, look at each other and go, "Well, I don't know where that is." And then Nathan looks at him and goes, "Oh, yeah, that's the show knife. That's a knife for the show. Only the 3 of us use it.
When we need a knife."
When we need a knife.
Why?
Why would you need a knife like that?
More importantly, why would you label it so clearly, custom labeled, not just written in Sharpie?
The handle is printed.
Yeah.
Specifically for John Benjamin has a van.
They must need a knife a lot to invest the money, the time, and the effort into getting a customized knife.
Oh, I love their discussion also of how his glasses stay on.
Oh,
with see him and he's wearing his glasses, and Nathan's like, "I wonder how his glasses stayed on." He has those croaky things, from the 80s.
Oh yeah, my dad had those. My dad had those as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's like that band that goes around the back of your.
Yeah, that's strapped like tight. Not like a lanyard, but like a thing that's like tight on your head.
Yeah, my dad had one of those too. I guess it was a dad thing.
I guess.
Do you have them?
No, I need to invest in them because my glasses slip off all the time on set.
Yeah, I would think that would be a problem for you.
Yeah, I mean,
you gotta invest in some croquis
that's part of my plan.
for script reading and bridge jumping.
Yep. Those are the only two things I do that would require them.
My dad used them while swimming down in the old swimming hole. Yeah, because I guess he felt he needed to see really well while in the water. I mean, we were in there with him. I guess it'd be bad if he was like, "Where did the kids go?"
I guess so. Yeah.
I just wrote down "Yay Nathan" because anytime he pops up on screen, he makes me so
this is
happy.
a great Nathan episode.
It's all about Nathan.
Yeah.
I can't wait till they have the All About Nathan episode where Nathan decides to usurp John Benjamin.
Oh man. Forgive my yawning. I'm tired, but yeah, that would rule.
Oh,
also, I love his
part of the reason why I wrote down "Yay Nathan" is because immediately after I wrote down "Mr. Fielder is what I call my cock."
Also, Nathan Fielder, what a great name.
He's so unassuming. You wouldn't expect him to make reference, and it's such an innocent, like passive reference. It's not him trying to be spiteful. It's just that's what I call my cock.
It's legitimately what he calls his dick then. Oh man, I love that Leo was banging Nathan's mom.
We don't get to that until like super late into the episode.
No, that's like they're talking about it in the next interview with John and.
Oh yeah, because it gets it out of the way that they start off with it and then they go back to it. That's right.
Yeah.
Man, I sold you out for nothing.
Yep.
They sell out each other a lot in this episode,
Which is great.
Definitely in
John,
keeping
though.
with the theme.
Yeah.
That they've been going throughout, that they will turn on each other.
On a dime.
Yeah. Not even like necessary or anything.
Yeah,
they just do it because they
yeah.
can. Because there's an opportunity that arises to stab each other in the back.
I love, well, that's John, though. He has anger issues.
Unless I had a gambling addiction, like John.
I'm not saying he murdered him, but I wouldn't bet against him. Unless I had a gambling addiction, like John. Oh man, he's the best at selling out too. Mm-hmm. His selling out is really, really great.
Really convincing.
Yeah.
Wasn't fully convinced that the other guys were willing to stab John in the back.
Yeah.
But good enough.
Why would he?
Just kidding.
Why would he have placebo on him? I don't know. Why would he have an unregistered handgun in his luggage? That's like asking me why John would have an unregistered handgun in his luggage. Is the line.
Yeah.
God, that's a funny line.
It's such like a stupid little premise, such a stupid little crime show idea. The idea of just like I don't know, why would new information be revealed? But they do it for the entire episode.
Yeah.
And they find a way to make it work nearly every time, which I love.
Really, it's such a the way the detective interviewing Nathan is chewing gum is so like TV cop gum chewing, just and his like arm sleeve, like his sleeve rolling up is just, it's all so cliche and dumb and hilarious.
That's good to know.
Oh, and I love this little scene where they're all sitting on the bench and they're like talking about it, and then they take a beat and they go, "The detective was nice."
John says the detective was nice. He's the only one who seems convinced of
Yeah.
that. Everyone else is just
Oh,
knowing
I also
that
love the little detail that Dave has killed someone before.
manslaughter.
Yeah. Oh, here comes look like your pet. We'll make you look like your pet. What a great premise.
If you ever needed evidence that Tim and Eric are involved in this show, make you look like your pet is totally a Tim and Eric
that's
sketch.
definitely a thing. I love that her name's Shauna, but her friends call her Cupcake. Oh God. Oh my god.
They come up with the best idea for reality show premises on
Why
this
does
show.
he have a bullhorn?
Because
Why?
no, this this segment, and I thought I made note of this, has, I guess, best encapsulated. It would be a really terrible way to phrase it, but it's how I'm going to do it anyways. All the things about reality TV that drive me insane. Stuff like the bullhorn, where they're shouting in public areas and no one's like, "What? Stop it! You're yelling." I like how they have all the reaction shots around him. I like
great. His face.
the really creepy close-up.
Cut to the profile.
He's so creepy.
They cut to the profile, and he keeps looking at the close-up camera.
Yeah.
And they cut back to the close-up camera, and he looks at the profile camera. Oh, it's great.
I love.
Great. Jack could be a girl's name. Is also really, really great. Mm-hmm. Oh, and the music playing during the transformation is
Exactly,
amazing.
it's all so cliche. And the cherry on top of it all for me is we already passed it, but it's where he says, I think it's, so you want to look like your pet, right? Or people tell you that you look like your pet all the time. And she goes back to like, people tell me that I look like my pet all the time. Because that's how I feel 90% of what's said on reality shows is said, is it's like it's someone just repeating what they think they're supposed to be saying.
Oh, she looks so creepy in the pet outfit too.
She looks like the Cowardly Lion.
Yeah.
That's what I had written down.
Also, my favorite line in anything ever, anywhere at all is, "You're gonna look like your pet soon."
He says it so many times.
He just like pops in and shouts it.
I wish they had a little counter down in the corner to see how many times I said it. Oh,
Yeah.
Great appearance by Matt Walsh,
yeah.
right? Of UCB fame.
I just love that they dress her up like her pet and take her to a therapist.
So we're gonna take you to a therapist, and you're gonna do a session
Oh my god, I just
looking
love,
like your pet.
I just love the idea of, we're gonna go outside now, and you're going to look like your pet. Okay, we're gonna go for a walk now, and you'll be looking like your pet. All right, we're going to a therapist, and you're gonna look like a pet the whole time.
I'm not sure what the therapist was trying to achieve in that session. It's just why do you think you look like your pet right now? Which means nothing.
And then she has like some stupid. She just like stares blankly at him, and he says, "All right, I'm gonna ask it again." He doesn't rephrase it or anything. He just asks the same question again.
Either the world's greatest therapist or a really terrible one.
Probably the greatest.
Yeah. I mean, he's interviewing people. They got him for we make you look like your pet. He has to be somewhat credible.
Oh my god. You're gonna look like your pet soon. Oh, John Benjamin.
We just laugh more at this show, more than Archer, more than Wilfred, which we also do. We just read back the lines verbatim and make ourselves
die
crack
laughing.
up. We're so stupid.
Yeah.
We're the worst.
So they get back from making this lady look like her pet. And they're being interviewed again, which this is when when Dave says that's like asking John asking me why John has an unregistered handgun in his luggage, which I think I think that's a hilarious line, but I think my favorite part about it is that they cut back to John. He goes, "Oh yeah, that's Dave's. I was holding it for him. He's on probation, and I guess if they find it, that's like breaks it or something."
What I liked better about that section, what's he on probation for?
Oh, murder.
No one's ever on probation for murder or manslaughter, for that matter.
You do like 20 years for manslaughter, at least.
I mean, well, no, can't manslaughter be like technically it's like manslaughter no fault? It's like, yeah, you killed them, but it's like they jumped out in front of your car or something like that.
Yeah, you can do like a year for vehicular manslaughter or something like that.
No, but like, isn't there, and this shows how poorly educated I am in regards to the court system, but isn't like manslaughter is technically, you can be charged with manslaughter and like be, okay, you committed manslaughter, but you're not at fault. You know,
that's sort of what manslaughter means, though.
yeah,
It's
but in
like-
a way that you're like not punished by it, because it's like there's no way you could have foreseen it happening or something.
I mean,
Like if like vehicular whatever,
Right.
if some guy is like hiding behind a car and then jumps out in front of your car, and you know,
but you
deck
wouldn't be
him.
charged with manslaughter for that.
Oh, well, what would you? I feel like there has to be some paperwork involved
Yeah,
in that.
I mean, probably,
All right.
but I don't really know. I'm not a judge anymore.
But
anymore.
But you know a lot about
And I got fired
police.
from being a judge because I forgot how manslaughter works. Also, the criminal charges that are pressed have nothing to do with the police. That has to do with the
DA.
lawyers and stuff.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
Again, I'm really, really, really poorly educated.
that's fine. We all are about something. I love when they show him the picture. When they show Nathan the picture, and he puts
You
on
don't
his
recognize.
thick
you don't-
glasses to finally recognize that it's him and Leo and
You
his
think
mother.
he's just being a guilty, smart patoot? Can we not say it? Smart.
I think we could
butt?
see smart ass.
Okay, just being a smart ass, and then it's no. Poor Nathan. Poor innocent Nathan can't see.
And I love, oh yeah, that was us last night at Haggerty's. We were arguing. It's so meaningless to point that part out, but he does it. Mm-hmm. We were arguing. Oh my god, that's so hilarious.
Well, Nathan's been under the whole "let's throw ourselves under the bus" bandwagon since the very beginning. Oh yeah, that was the knife of the show. We use it when we
That's
need a
the
knife.
show knife.
Only the three of
Only
us.
the three of us use it. So I guess Leo doesn't use it. Mm-hmm. Because it's only the three of them that use it.
Well, I mean, he's dead, so he's just being,
That's a good point.
you know, present tense and everything, I suppose.
Yeah.
Also, Nathan selling out his own mother.
Oh, his mom. Oh, his poor mom. Mm-hmm. I'm here to kill myself.
Before we get to that, we have to cover Shame on Me,
Oh my God.
which was a
me.
really, really good Shame on Me segment this week.
Yeah.
Probably the best so far.
It was really
my favorite.
funny.
Doesn't have my favorite line. My favorite line still goes to suppress success. God damn it, Cox. He just rings out
Yeah.
a slew of expletives. But this was really great, particularly for the graphic "The United States of Porn." Split evenly down the middle. I'm not sure which side is which.
Yeah. Which side's pro and which side is con.
And they also figured out how to work kids into the episode. I thought, man, we're gonna get through one episode without damaging kids somehow.
Nope.
Snuck it in there.
Nope.
At the end.
They got Richard Sheath's kid walking in on him, whacking it in the living room, which is horrible. I thought that was a great setup.
After his roommate asked him perfectly reasonably,
To stop jacking it on the couch.
my couch.
Yeah.
He went, my
Yeah.
couch.
That's such a good setup. The pornography, like,
Oh yeah.
that's one of the times where I just didn't see it coming.
Yeah, I didn't see it
Like,
coming
I was
either.
like, what the hell's going on here?
I
Oh,
was
my.
confused because I'm like, that guy doesn't look like he would be anti-porn.
Yeah.
Think about it. When you see someone who's like ranting about the evils of pornography and stuff, not to say ranting, but discussing the evils of pornography,
Ranting.
usually pretty well kept. That guy was so schlubby
Yeah.
and like in a pair of jeans that he's been wearing all week.
It was great. Oh, it was so funny.
So besides United States of porn, once we move past that, we start to wrap up the episode. We find out the truth of what happened on that fateful day. And what is it, the town?
Mason.
Mason.
So the Fielders are arguing with Leo about money, because apparently Nathan and Leo teamed up to steal all of Nathan's mom's money. They were yelling about it.
She was
She
so
came to-
angry.
She came to Mason to kill herself, which is the big reveal. Whoops. And
she was so angry while handing back the
and
knife.
So Leo drops his knife as she's following him. She picks it up, and her hands are shaking because she's so flooded with rage
Flooded with rage, yeah.
on the bridge, and then she hands it back to him.
Hands it back to him, into him,
Yeah.
to say.
And so she is arrested for murdering Leo.
And then does she ends up dead, yes?
Right,
somehow?
but first they take her away in handcuffs and walk her past the three of them sitting on that bench. And Leo and
Nathan.
John looks
Nathan, your mom's a murderer.
That's so cool. You have a murderer for a mother. Is the line.
Kind of cool, I guess.
It's pretty cool.
A little creepy, but street cred.
Yeah.
And Nathan needs it with those glasses. Poor Nathan.
Yup.
He's all the street cred he can get.
But then she kills herself.
Right. And the ultimate reveal is that apparently that is the first time he's ever seen a suicide.
Where someone has stabbed themselves. Oh, we forgot to mention that when they realize it's a murder, the one cop goes, awesome. Or something like that. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
murder, cool.
Finally. Well, they're so used to suicides and
Right, that's
whatnot.
a good point.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that was...
Then it's just another humdrum suicide.
Yeah.
Where he stabs himself in the back before jumping off a bridge. Also, we see that all three of those girls jump off the bridge at the same time.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
A weird little suicide pact thing going
Oh,
on.
Mike, you have to fast forward through this.
Thanks for your help, Mike.
yeah, I love that. And then I had missed this the first time I saw it, but John Benjamin is given all of the things with which you can kill yourself.
Oh, the gun,
the gun, the pills, and the
placebos.
knife.
Yeah.
And he looks at it in his hands and goes, "Oh my God, I'm feeling depressed right now. I'm just really depressed right now," is what he says. And the police officer, the detective, looks at him so menacingly.
The sinister look I had written down. But then they have that little awkward exchange. What's sinister? No, what?
I wasn't giving you a face.
They always have really awkward partings on this show. I don't know if that's a theme, involuntary, or they, just wouldn't want to do it any other way.
Probably that. Oh,
It was a good way to go out.
And one of the things we missed this because it cut off, but I remember it from last night. The woman hosting the introduction video for Mason. At the end of the credits, there's a in memoriam thing for her.
She made like
killed
that
herself.
watermelon and
was thrown off a bridge and splatted.
300 feet! Exclamation point.
Oh my God! What? This was a hilarious episode.
Yeah, definitely one of the best of the series so far. I think it surpasses Little Italy as my new favorite.
Is this?
This is Shame on Me.
Oh, we jumped, huh?
Yeah.
We moved fast.
Well,
Sometimes.
it's just me and you riffing.
Yeah, that's true. Without Jack to talk about penises and
Yeah.
the F word and his own penis.
Legends of the Hidden Temple or
And yeah, whatever the hell else he talks about.
whatever
these
has
days.
captured his attention.
Which is mostly his own penis.
Well, anyone that's
I
around.
love how much of a dirtbag Edward Sheath's roommate is.
He's not the dirt. He's making a perfectly reasonable request.
Right, but he looks like a dirtbag.
He does look like a dirtbag. Again, why I would not expect him to argue on the side of anti-pornography.
I just love that Edward Sheath lives with like some 20-something-year-old, and he's like a really sad, fat old man with a kid.
A 4-year-old kid.
Oh, that's sad.
He looks like that kid from As Good as It Gets, that Little Vampires movie. The really weird kid with glasses and spiky blonde hair who grew up to be a really strange-looking adult. Do you know who I'm talking about?
The one from Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry Maguire.
Maguire. Yeah, I know what kid you're talking about.
Is it Jerry Maguire? Probably.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't really see the kid that long.
He looked like it.
Oh,
Is all I'm
Cool.
getting at.
anyway, thanks for your help, Mike.
Thank you. Thank you for your help, Mike. With that, I think let's move on to
News and gossip.
commercials.
Commercial.
Want to find out what the AfterBuzz is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
It's television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Find out why AfterBuzz TV is the #1 source for after-show content.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from? Your husband or your best friend?
The wig will come out.
When the TV show is over, get your AfterBuzz on.
What is this? Something about gummies?
It's the Gummy Bear song.
Ah,
No reference, just the Gummy Bear
cool.
song.
They talked about gummy bears at one point.
I
Somewhere
guess.
in the series,
Somewhere.
right?
Somewhere.
Maybe.
Um,
I was telling Jesse earlier, I always feel like I just got out of the Electric Daisy Festival whenever we
Yeah.
come back from commercial.
Yeah,
it's
it's
always so crazy. And that gummy bear song didn't help one bit.
nope, not even half a bit. So anyway,
Special segments.
now we're on to special segments / news and gossip,
Yes.
for which we really mostly have to discuss John Benjamin's forthcoming appearance at
Comic-Con San Diego.
Comic-Con
Where in the world is Comic-Con San Diego?
San Diego.
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
That's right, Comic-Con San Diego. In San Diego. You heard it here first.
Ladies and gentlemen. So what is his little panel?
Well, John Benjamin does not have a panel specifically for John Benjamin Has a Van, but John Benjamin is going to be at a Archer screening
Ooh.
with a Q&A alongside Eugene Mirman, Christian Shaw, Chris Parnell, Aisha Tyler, and of course Adam Reed. They're all going to be there, but
So
John
that's
Benjamin.
That's like also a Bob's Burgers panel.
That's actually, they make mention of it. That's actually how they open up in this little handy-dandy schedule that I managed to get my hands on. It says, John Benjamin is on a hot streak with Bob Burgers on Fox and John Benjamin Has a Van on Comedy Central and Archer on FX.
There we go.
So,
Archer, which we also do the podcast for,
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, when it comes back in January.
I think they're doing like an episode in September and then jumping back for the rest of it in January.
Copy
Kind
that.
of a weird schedule.
Awesome.
But I would have to imagine that as busy as John Benjamin is, he's going to get a couple of questions about John Benjamin Has a Van.
Especially, listeners, if you go and ask those questions.
Which I think you should.
I agree with Greg.
I think that you should be like, listen, I'm a big fan of Archer and all, but John Benjamin, I just got to give you a shout out.
For having a van.
Yes. And I'd like to let you know that two guys have a podcast about it.
John Benjamin Has a Van, and we have a podcast about it. Boom.
.com. Nope,
Yeah.
AfterBuzzTV.com.
There we go. Or Ustream.com.
Also
/AfterBuzzTV.
in notable John Benjamin news, Emmy results, or not results, Emmy nominations came out today. And Archer had picked up a few nominations for other awards in the past. Golden Globes, do they do?
Yeah, they do TV stuff.
Yeah, I think they did that, like the Producer's Choice Award, something like that was Archer got nominated. And it's way too early for John Benjamin to be nominated for anything. Not that I think it would, no offense to John Benjamin. It's just for a smaller market, yada, yada. But no Archer nominations for the Emmys. And I don't think they do a voiceover.
Bull-poopy.
Exactly. That's what I said. And I don't think they do a voiceover category, but even if they did, then John Benjamin definitely still wasn't nominated. Which, shame.
Shame on you, Television Academy of Arts and Sciences, or whatever it is.
Yes.
Although, I don't think it's that much shame, because, like, they made some good noms.
Not in the animation category.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm not going to trash talk any other shows. But for those of you who are interested, you can pretty much anywhere go to deadline.com if that's where I found out my information. But just type in Emmy nominations 2011, whatever, and you'll see the full category. And you'll see that John Benjamin is unfortunately, despite his wide breadth of work on TV, not a part of
Snubbed.
Snubbed. And we are officially petitioning against it. Or something to that
whatever
effect.
it is that you can do that's the scariest to the Academy, that's what we're going to do. Mm-hmm. And I'm assuming that's petitioning.
Sure. Probably. Yeah. Also, of note at Comic-Con, not really having anything to do with John Benjamin, but John Benjamin, known from a lot of stuff on Adult Swim, a lot of voiceover work, like home movies. They're going to have their own panel there as well. So...
also of note, somewhat related, Tim
Heidecker?
Yeah, Tim Heidecker and Eric Wareheim,
right?
Producers of John Benjamin Has a Van.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Will not be holding their annual Awesome Con this year, as they'll be on tour in Europe.
Bummer.
Which is their sort of counter Comic-Con convention outside.
Well, you heard it here first then, people. It's,
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
We just pretty much ran down everything that could be remotely John Benjamin related at Comic-Con, or not at Comic-Con, as John so helpfully contributed.
You're welcome. AfterBuzz TV! Thanks, T-Pain.
R&B flavor, or I don't know what that is. Rap? Sure. Why not?
Is that hip-hop music?
Yeah. The darn kids, the lawns.
I think what we have moved on to at this point is predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I just want to thank Jesse for nailing that one, dude.
Yeah.
You nailed that one.
Timing, A+, dude. A++. Extra credit. I'm trying to do the weird, pen trick for the camera.
When you can, so here's the thing. Greg didn't watch this episode last night like he could have.
Well, whatever.
And the recording cut out a few, like a minute early. They show up clips from the next episode, and sure enough, Leo is in them. So
I was gonna ask. It's very appropriate that we have a prediction section because is he dead now? Alive? I mean, they arrest someone. I'm pretty sure. Did they arrest Leo or someone else for killing?
They arrested Leo.
What was her name?
Trish.
Yeah, for killing Trish, and then she's back. So, I mean,
he's back.
Continuity, I guess, not something they're too worried about. So I guess we can see more of Leo. Although I do want to learn more about all of these guys' seedy, interpersonal lives. We haven't heard any of this. This is all news to us.
Exactly.
So I predict and/or hope for more inter-crew rivalry being revealed.
Yeah, I hope so too.
And more Nathan. Always more Nathan.
Always.
Nathan needs his own spin-off.
Always more Nathan.
But yeah, so everyone, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Say it.
Thank you for listening to John Benjamin Has a Van, and we have a podcast about it.
I'm Greg.
I am John. That guy who you can't see is DJ Jesse Janity.
He's the man.
And on behalf of all three of us, I'd like to thank you for your listener and viewership. Mm-hmm. Tune in next week, same bat time, same bat channel.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.